AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Hager. Hager, established 1926. Your own great moment starts at Hager.com. They're coming in. Maybe not a sellout like last night, but a crowd in excess of 30,000 expected today. Phillies are 8th in the league at hitting at .258, just like the Nats. But they're 3rd in runs and 5th in homers. Jason Worth is on fire. .412 recently. 2nd in the league behind Adam Dunn, extra base hits. 1st in doubles. And he's also up there in the top 10 in slugging percentage. He has 4 hits in this series. You might have noticed Raul Ibanez is not in the lineup. That's good news for John Lannon and the Nats because he seems to wear our ball club out. John Lannon is 0-7 career against Philadelphia with a 6.32 ERA. Time to do something about that. First pitch right on time, 135, and it's outside to Jimmy Rollins. Skies are partly cloudy, pretty comfortable actually at the ballpark. Rollins hitting .244 with an on-base percentage of just .335. Here's an interesting number on Jimmy Rollins. In the first inning this year, he's hitting .241. Ball 2. John Lannon 1-4 in 7 starts at AA Harrisburg. Last pitch there on Tuesday. Rollins to Zimmerman. So one play after his walk-off homer, Zimmerman throws out Jimmy Rollins. Visit train.com to find a dealer. It's hard to stop a train. They bring us our game time weather. We do have lots of clouds in the area, but look at that, 77 degrees. Humidity up a bit from yesterday. Placido Polanco was to bat 3rd today. They had Ibanez 2nd, but he was pulled out of the lineup about an hour ago. Lannon pours one in. Placido in this series 1 for 7, 2 walks. 5th in the league at .314. Twelve-year veteran C.B. Buckner has the plate. Doug Eddings at first, crew chief Dana Demuth second base, and Kerwin Danley is at 3rd. Oh, that's a good pitch, just missing on 0-2. John took a little bit off. How close was it?
You see the pitch track. 0-2, you want to keep it down. Oh, it's a big breaking ball, down and in.
Only the Reds and the Rockies have scored more runs than the Phillies, who got 5 last night, but it wasn't enough. Polanco up the middle. Desmond gets behind it. Quick release. 2 outs.
PNC Bank Scatter Report brought to you by PNC for the achiever in us all. Let's see if he's a new man. Be aggressive inside. We just saw a lot of that. And welcome back. Nice to have you back, Mr. Landon.
Had a chat with John this morning. Very happy to be back, obviously. He said he was victimized by several innings at AA when he got the first 2 guys, and then a ground ball would be booted or some sort of error made, and it would really extend him. In his last 4 starts, he got the ERA down to 3.48.
I don't think they were really worried about his statistics all that much. They wanted to see this guy go down there, make some mechanical adjustments, and see how he was getting left-handed hitters out. That's been his struggle this year. A couple of our lefties have trouble with lefties.
Adam Dunn just looked into Jason Worth and said, I'm giving you the whole first baseline, buddy. See if you can go the other way. And Lannon misses away 2-1. Adam Dunn is 40 feet from first base. I don't think I've ever seen a first baseman against any hitter play that far away. If there's a ground ball to Lannon, he might be better off running over there to beat the batter. That's outside. Nats are daring him to hit the ball that way. They don't want Worth pulling it. And you also don't want to walk him in the number 3 hole with the big fella back in the lineup today, Ryan Howard.
especially since left-handed hitters are hitting .373 off Lanham this year.
Nationals have made one error on this homestand. Willingham, Bernardino, Morris in the outfield. Alberto Gonzalez gets a start alongside Desmond, Zimmerman, Dunn, and Will Nieves behind the plate. 3-2 pitch. Phillies with their loss here last night fell to 22-30 on the road and 15-19 against the East. They're going to play these teams in this division a lot in the last 4 weeks of the season. 3-2 again. That ball is hit hard to left. It'll stay in the ballpark. Bangs off the wall. Willingham plays it perfectly. Desmond was just standing there trying to decoy the runner, but he had the play in front of him. And the Nats are lucky Jason Worth didn't get altitude on that ball. It's his league-leading 35th double.
Well, and this might work out well with it being a double because now you have first base open. You could work Ryan Howard. But that ball, 3-2, give him a little credit. He challenged him, lost the battle, almost gets thrown out at second base by Willingham. Nice play off the wall, but as I said, Howard's coming up. You got first base open and a righty on deck. So for John, he'll be very careful about the big man.
Ben Francisco, right-handed batter on deck, who's had only one AB in this series. Now it's Alberto Gonzalez's turn to shift. He's in right field. Ryan Howard on Friday night went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts.
Comes right at him with a good breaking ball.
Craig Stammen struck him out, and Tyler Clippard struck him out. That hit him. And remember John's first major league start a couple of years ago, back in 07. He hit Utley and Howard back-to-back in the middle of the game. Hunter Wendelstedt ejected him. He does crowd the plate.
Well, he crowds the plate, but he's going to have to do better than that against the left-handers in this lineup. Dominic Brown is standing on deck. You're going to have to get in there. So he had first base open. He hits Howard trying to come inside. Now he's got to get the righty out here, Francisco.
Ben Francisco hitting .244. Breaking ball for a strike. That's a base hit. Worth will score on a ball softly hit, and the Phillies are on the board as John Lennon continues to struggle against this Philadelphia ball club.
Francisco gets a pitch, fastball down and in. He fights it off for a single to right field. Now watch Morse, though. Morse comes up throwing, fires right to second, almost gets Ryan Howard, and he stumbled, and he's still down. Worth scores easily.
And you see Jason Worth, he was watching the play.
See how he misses the bag, Bob, and then he jams his left ankle.
Looks like he really turned that ankle, Rob.
Yep.
Wow. So all of his weight on that thing.
He jumped for the bag. He didn't get it. He got in front of it, and they twisted his ankle. And he is still down in a lot of pain.
He's up, but is he staying on the field? Phillies wrecked by injuries right now to key players. Utley, Victorino. Rollins hasn't been very good.
Watch the play right
here. He's coming off the field.
Yeah, he buckles that ankle. Oh. Really, really bad.
Ryan Howard hit by a pitch, goes to second. Morse threw in behind him. And then we'll see if they go with Ross Glode here or somebody else. Lannon throwing some warm-up tosses as the Phillies see another walking wounded leave the field.
And now he joins Utley and Shane Victorino.
It's going to be Cody Ransom, who played first base last night. Huge blow to the Phillies. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. And the hitter will be the left-hander Rob mentioned, the rookie Dominic Brown, who's had 13 at-bats now in the big leagues, 4 hits, couple of RBIs.
But 0 for 6 against left-handers.
2 for 9 in this series. Looks to me like he's off the plate a little bit. Maybe against the left-hander, he moves a little bit further off the dish, Rob, because he looked closer than that in the first 2 games of this series. Still right in the middle of that left-handed batter's box. Lannon goes 2-0.
Well, we talked about how
high in the zone, 2-1.
Well, he's got to get that breaking ball down a little bit in the zone. He's getting strikes with it, but it's high. It's not where you want to live against this team.
Another base hit. Ransom will score. Fired in by Bernardina. 2 runs for the Phillies.
Well, there was another breaking ball. As I said before on the first one, that he got a strike on the 2-0 pitch. Just too much of the strike zone and too high in the strike zone. And first hit against the left-hander this year for Dominic Brown.
His 3rd major league RBI. Here's Carlos Ruiz. Well, the way the Nats have had some karma going for them on this homestand, you just want the starter to keep the ball club in the game, either even with the lead or a small deficit. And now the Phillies pull off a double steal as Will Nieves drops the ball. Francisco to 3rd, Brown to 2nd.
Well, Charlie Manuel pulls off a double steal. John Lannon, a little snake bit here in the first inning. A couple of runs he's given up. So he takes advantage of that by sending the runners.
Dangerous count. Left side, Zimmerman. He'll just tag the runner. Hitting over. Dominic Brown ran right over there and didn't make Zimmerman throw the ball. Phillies get a couple on 3 hits. against the Nats. But now it's a 2-run deficit before Washington picks up a bat. Nats are 8th in the league in hitting, 14th in runs, and 10th in homers. Roger Bernardina all over the bases. 4 hits, 3 doubles, 3 RBIs. He's hitting .278. Cole Hamels on the year. Oh, rather mediocre, really. 3.48 ERA is good for him, but not great. 7-7. There have been times, Rob, when the Phillies haven't given him much run support, which is odd.
PNC Bank scouting report, Bob. Change is coming. One of the best changeups in the major leagues. Talk about strong finisher. 22-15 career after the All-Star break. 3.19 ERA. 4 earned runs in the last 28 innings pitched.
And Jim Riggleman not too shy about putting a left-handed batter in the leadoff spot today. It's not Morgan, it's Bernardina, possibly to take that changeup away. But then the rest of the lineup, other than Adam Dunn, loaded with right-handed bats. Breaking balls in there.
And Hamels, a lot of starts against the Nationals career. 17. He's 9-3 with a 2.5 ERA.
0-2 pitch. Alex Gonzalez is homered in the top of the second at Cincinnati. And the Braves, behind Tommy Hanson, lead the Reds 1-0. Atlanta won last night. Actually lost their ball game and stayed 3.5 up on the Phillies, who lost here. Bernardina gone. So it's Cody Ransom across from Placido Polanco. Jimmy Rollins, Wilson Valdez up the middle. Ben Francisco, Jason Worth, Dominic Brown, the outfield, and the Nat killer Carlos Ruiz behind the plate. Cody Ransom can play different positions. Versatile guy, some years with the Yankees, Giants. And Ian Desmond takes one outside.
Well, that last pitch to Bernardina, really nicely spotted fastball on the inner half.
Right off the end of the bat, Ransom with the backhand leads Hamels perfectly. Well done. Adam Dunn coming up. We have game notes for you. Ryan Zimmerman having a hot July. The Nats finished that month 12-13. Ryan, a big reason. And you can see as Zimmerman goes, so go the Nats. They were 8-19 in June. There's Cole Hamels and his very good career record I mentioned against Washington. And the Nats 4 out of 6 home series won since the White Sox came in here with that great pitching of theirs and swept the Nationals. Adam Dunn tried to pull an outside pitch. Easy first inning for Cole Hamels, working with a 2-0 lead. One LUNA on the current homestand. Roger Bernardina, 5 out of 13. Ian Desmond has 6 hits. The young guys, whether they're at the top of the order or down toward the bottom, have been producing, and they're both playing very solid defense. John Lannon needs a comeback inning right here, and he needs it quickly. Wilson Valdez, the number 8 hitter. Cole Hamels, the pitcher, and then Jimmy Rollins. Another base hit. 4 Philadelphia hits from the first 8 batters. There's also been a hit batter. So John Lannon right now only retiring 3 of the first 8 hitters, and now he faces Hamels, who should be bunting. Those are not good numbers.
No. And they're getting worse right now.
That's a bunt foul tip that hit Will Nieves.
Well, and already we can see the Phillies' approach against John. It's take his soft stuff the other way. Hard stuff, they're hitting it back up the middle. Not trying to do too much. And a little bit of small ball by Charlie Manuel. Stealing some bases early in the ball game.
Hamels as a hitter, 2 sacrifices this year. 6 hits, 2 RBIs. He's a 160 career batter.
I was going to say our hitters didn't give John a lot of break in between innings. 7 pitches by Hamels in that half inning.
Yeah. By the way, they have turned on the field lights here. Conditions rather dark overhead. Stadium lights were not on during the first inning. They got that switch flipped in time for the top of the second. Lannon, a long look at Valdez, who runs well. Ball 2.
Well, John, right here, you want to take you out. You go right at Hamels. They can try to sacrifice, possibly get Valdez a second, although he's got very good speed.
Hamels lays it down. Will Nieves only has 1 play. He goes to Adam Dunn. Sacrifice perfect. 2-3 on the sacrifice. Nats are heading to Arizona tonight. 9:30 games, 4 nights in a row. Lee Vaughn and Rodrigo Lopez tomorrow. Scott Olson, Joe Saunders Tuesday. Craig Stam and Ian Kennedy Wednesday. Ross Detweiler, Barry Enright Thursday. Then it's on to Los Angeles for 3. And the Nats will be back home a week from Tuesday. And of course, Nets Extra, 30 minutes before first pitch every day. Here's Jimmy Rollins, who's driven in 24 runs. Gonzalez really hanging around that bag. So Rollins gets a lot of hitting room on the right side. Another 2-0 count. Lannon's first inning, 27 pitches, 15 strikes. He's already up to 35. Little chopper that hits near the plate. The runner had a good jump over to third. Lannon gets the out. And Jimmy Rollins is 2 for 10 in this series. We told you yesterday that Steven Strasburg would be throwing today at 10:30 this morning. Lee Koontz alongside. He went to the outfield for long toss.
Looks pretty free and easy. Looks like everything went well. Obviously, tomorrow, have a little bit better understanding of how he feels.
Debbie Taylor has more details on the duration of that session this morning. Debbie?
Well, he threw 2 sets of 25 pitches. He felt really good. He told Lee that he felt good, so good news all around.
Sure is. Desmond makes a good play up the middle to get Polanco, and that keeps the Phillies from scoring a 3rd run. They strand their 3rd runner. 2-0, middle of the 2nd.
Stepping to the plate last night, he had a dramatic home run to win the game for the Nats, and Rick Eckstein weighs in on the man who rises to the occasion under pressure.
Those situations aren't easy, and Ryan has the ability to take the emotion out of it and really focus at what he needs to do, and really emotionally keeps his mind at a very calm pace.
Now, since his big league debut on September 1st, 2005, Ryan has more walk-offs than anyone in the major leagues, and last night, that was his 7th walk-off home run, Bob.
Unbelievable. It's amazing what he's been able to do going back to 06. I mean, this was a center-cut fastball from Brad Lidge. Watch Lidge's reaction. He knew where it was going. He did eventually turn around and watch it land halfway up the hill.
Yeah, that's as well struck as you can hit a baseball. To constantly be in the right frame of mind in the toughest part of a ball game. That's why he's so great. He's able to just kind of get his mind around it, and it's like it's another at bat.
Off-speed pitch. Ryan hits it well to left center, but over to get it, Ben Francisco. Along with the Strasburg news, Tyler Walker had surgery Friday to repair his torn labrum. Dr. James Andrews performed that procedure down in Pensacola, Florida. And, of course, Tyler will not throw again this season, so that's the not-so-good news for Tyler. Good news for Nats fans, as Strasburg takes to the outfield today for 2 segments of throwing from the outfield grass and working his way back. He will be in line for a bullpen session in the next couple of days.
Yeah, it was just flat ground work. He was just kind of stretching it out, probably about 30%.
But you saw the video, Robin. Your first reaction was
easy.
You thought he looked fine.
He looks fine. I mean, the one thing you worry about, obviously, is injury. I don't think he's injured. I think it's just soreness, and he's wearing down because he's max effort in front of sold-out crowds. I mean, a lot of adrenaline pumping through that kid's body.
Quickly 0-2 to Willingham, and Cole Hamels looks sharp early here.
Amazing numbers, but now it's about maintenance for the young man. Got to be able to pitch every 5 days. Well, Cole is really busting our right-handers inside. He did that to Zimmerman. Comes in on Willingham. Trying to set up his changeup away, or else some kind of breaking ball down in the dirt.
He's given up only 4 earned runs his last 29 innings, including 2 starts where he didn't give up a run. July 11th against the Reds, the 22nd at St. Louis, 2 real good hitting ball clubs. So he's 2-5 over his last 12 starts, but not getting much run support from a usually potent Phillies offense.
There's the good change, following a very good fastball, Bob. And remember we talked about this one time with Philly. He can pump it up there in the low 90s to mid 90s. That fastball was in the mid 90s, comes back with an 80 changeup. That's some amazing stuff. So I think it's in there for Cole Hamels just as far as that fastball.
2-2 pitch. There's the changeup. I know you'll like this, Rob, about any pitcher. He's gone at least 8 of his last 10 starts. Michael Morse awaits. And he pulls the string on a changeup. 2 in a row to Josh Willingham to strike him out.
Kinetic on the pitch track, as Bob said, when you're throwing in the mid 90s, and then you can circle change the guy on an 83-mile-an-hour changeup. That is being well blessed. Not many guys have that kind of changeup in the big leagues. See how far out in front of the ball he is and how far away he is from hitting it. Because you got to look and respect the 93.4-mile-an-hour fastball. And then when a guy can subtract that much mile an hour, Bob, very difficult to just stay in there, keep the hands back.
Providing world-class technology to our national and homeland security customers. That's Kinetic North America with our pitch track. Right now, some of these right-handers think they can hit this ball a mile. Problem is their bat's gone before the ball gets there. I don't think anything shows the changeup effect better than that Exmo.
Took that last 9 games out.
Oh my gosh. Them softball numbers. Michael Morse has a starter hitting .359, but it doesn't make much difference whether he starts or comes in. He's hitting .356 overall. He's had only 90 at-bats this year and has 32 hits. Including the big hit that got the 9th inning going last night. If he comes in and makes an out, it just takes the air out of that 9th inning. But when he comes up and gets that hit in his first plate appearance of the night against an established closer, everything came alive in this ballpark. So Zimmerman gets all the glory, but Morse is the guy who helped set it up. Man, how about that changeup? 3 strikeouts out of the first 6 he retires. Cole Hamels on his game. Teammates have him a 2-0 lead. with those 2 first-inning runs. Your thoughts on John Lannon, what you've seen so far?
I got to see a little bit more, but I mean, he's still having trouble with the lefties. Obviously, he hit Ryan Howard, gave up the hit to Dominic Brown. Would love to see the changeup maybe a little bit more, get ahead of those right-handed guys, and then go to the changeup a little more.
Couple of rough innings for John. 38 pitches in the first 2 frames. He faces Worth, who lasered a double off of Jackie Robinson's number on the left field wall first time up. Hamels, by the way, 3 strikeouts, 23 pitches to get through his first 2 innings, and that's outside. Off speed, 2-1. John Lannon's career record, 22-35. It's his 85th career start. But again, 7 of those losses against the Phillies. 0-7 in 9 previous starts with a 6.32 ERA.
And when John's going well, if he does get into a jam, he's been able to get ground balls, get double plays. Did that a ton last year. And he's a pitch to contact kind of guy, so when he does get in a jam, he's got to try to roll some ground balls.
Danger zone up there to a hitter like this.
Just pull a little bit harder on that curveball. Sometimes you got to ground them. You got to put them down in the dirt, make Will Nieves block them.
And man, the wind is really blowing hard toward the left field corner. That ball out of play. Flags standing straight up on top of the scoreboard right now.
And once again, that last curveball was up in the zone, almost like it's a get-me-over-strike curveball, as opposed to the one that's either down and in on his ankles or down in the dirt.
Worth right off the end of the bat. Racing for it. Gonzalez. Alberto will get there. Ben Francisco, after Ryan Howard hit by a pitch. An RBI single in the first inning, and then some problems at second base for the big fella.
Well, the ball's going to be hit to right fielder Michael Morse, and Michael fires it right to Desmond, who had snuck in behind Howard. Now watch on the replay. He can't reach the bag on the step. It gets caught, and then his momentum pushes him right over the top of the ankle. And what are they saying? It's a sprained ankle right now?
Ankle sprain. That is not good news for the Phillies.
No.
Here's Cody Ransom, who came in to pinch run for Howard, and he'll bat for the first time. Started at first base last night. And a bouncer to Ian Desmond. 2 quick outs for John Lannon, and he's retired 5 consecutive hitters now. Well, the next time the Nats are home, just like today, it'll be a Sunday family fun day. The next one will be 2 weeks from today when the Diamondbacks are here. For $14, a seat, hot dog, chips, and a soda. Starting at just $14, visit nationals.com/kids to purchase your family fun pack tickets. That ball jacked into the left field corner, and Ben Francisco's 2 for 2. So John Lannon just can't get a clean inning here. And that'll be the 5th hit he's given up already.
Fastball up in the zone. And the ball is just going to get shellacked. You don't want to be up there against this guy or any right-hander if you're John Lannon. He's got to be able to come way inside or spot that pitch down and away.
Marlins and the Diamondbacks, by the way, on the next homestand. So that's kind of strange. The Nationals don't see Arizona until August. And then they come in here the week after the Nats are there. There's Dominic Brown, who had an RBI hit up the middle his first time.
Good breaking ball. Throw it right at him. Have it break across and down away. Took something off of that breaking ball, so he threw him a hard breaking ball, then a soft breaking ball. Now you can do anything you want right here on the 0-1 pitch track. Took something off down in the dirt. Brown nowhere near it. So just repeat the exact same pitch. You should be out of the inning.
No balls, 2 strikes. That was a hanger. Lucky that didn't end up in right field. Gonzalez makes the play. John Lennon gets a 0 on the board. Bottom of the order coming up. Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg in theaters August 6th. And by Acura. Acura Advance. Clouds all around the D.C. area today. Knock on wood. Nothing wet falling from the sky at the moment. Bottom of the third, Gonzalez, Nieves, and Lennon. Cole Hamels buries the fastball in there, 92. Strike one. Effectively jamming right-handed hitters so far. And then getting them on the changeup down and away. Alberto pulls it, perfectly placed. And the Nats have their first base hit.
There we Gonzo.
He's now 11 for his last 26.
What a wonderful player he is. Just comes ready to play. Fastball, then a big curveball. He's ready for it. Gets just enough on it to get it by Jimmy Rollins.
He's hitting .299. Going to start calling him Polanco Jr. They are so much alike.
They are.
The Phillies' third baseman and the Nats runner at first. And here's Will Nieves.
Well, give him credit for that one catch, too. That Worth pop-up.
Had a ways to go. He was playing him to pull.
Playing him to pull, wind blowing out to left, and Morse wouldn't have had a chance at that ball. So he always brings his defense first, but when he adds something with the bat, boy, it's gravy.
Will, of course, with a big hit in this homestand. And that's going to be a double play ball that the Phillies will not have any problems with. Polanco, Valdez, and Ransom 5-4-3.
Gets a pitch on the inner half, hits it hard, but he hits a two-hopper to Polanco, over to Valdez, over to Ransom. So Polanco, basically a Sunday hop.
John Lennon, 2 for 25 this year with 2 RBIs. 3 career runs batted in, a 107 hitter. Still 1-0 Atlanta at Cincinnati. Philly fans are doing some scoreboard watching. They're also in the fourth at New York. Diamondbacks and the Mets are scoreless. Diamondbacks will have to fly as far to play the Nats as the Nats will to play them. Jonathan Neese 7-4 going for the Mets today. Marlins are playing well. They have Josh Johnson at San Diego against John Garland later on. Johnson's 10-3. And a 2-2 to Lannon. Check swing, foul ball.
Well, we were talking about Tyler Walker and Strasburg. Jordan Zimmerman was taken off the disabled list and optioned down to Syracuse, which is a great sign for the ball club.
Yeah, he's one step from coming back here. See how long that takes. John Lannon's gone. 4 Ks for Hamels. He's dominating right now. Right now, middle of the ball game innings, coming up 2-0. Let's join our friends at DynCorp International, saluting our troops and thanking them for all the wonderful and courageous things they do here and abroad. The Nats and DynCorp recognizing our troops. I like the way they give them the patriotic caps.
Absolutely. I love the way they get the reception that they do every third inning here at the ballpark.
John Lannon retiring 7 of the last 9 Philadelphia hitters. Faces Carlos Ruiz, 4th inning underway. Ruiz bounced out to Zimmerman first time up. Phillies have out-hit the Nationals 5-1. Wilson Valdez has one of those hits. Landon Nibbling misses 3-1. 51 pitches for John, first 3 innings, including 27 in that 2-run first.
He's settled down nicely. One hit per the last couple of innings.
Phillies are heading from here to Florida. Day off tomorrow. They play the Marlins 3. And then they come home to play the Mets and the Dodgers on their next homestand. One hopper. Zimmerman charges it. Easy play for him. We have AT&T trivia for you with 1 out here in the 4th. 7 walk-off homers since '05. Who is the active leader?
He is.
Obviously that would go back before Ryan took off the UVA garb and came here.
Who is the active leader all time?
Active.
Right.
Player,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I don't know. You would think David Ortiz.
Or Alex Rodriguez.
The hitter's Wilson Valdez. I would think Albert Pujols might be a candidate.
Chipper Jones. He's been around forever.
Desmond having a busy day at short, handling everything flawlessly. And the hitter will be Cole Hamels with 2 outs. Ian Desmond's 4th assist already. And John Lannon settling down, getting ground ball outs. His last 4 outs and 7 of his last 8 outs have been on the ground. You know, Rob, there's nothing easy about coming back to the big leagues after you've been gone for a while. He might have had some of the same jitters coming back out here that a young pitcher very early in his career would have. I'm sure there's a lot riding on this in John's mind, getting a chance to come back. That ball was laced up the middle by Cole Hamels, and Bernardina had to play it on a hop. So Lannon has settled down some, but he still just can't get that 1-2-3 inning.
Well, it looks like a fastball away. It's over the plate, and Hamels just smacks it into center field.
Jimmy Rollins 2 ground balls today. Rollins had hits in his first 2 times up last night. He's only been on base 3 times in this series. And that one will be handled by Alberto Gonzalez. Hit it near him, it'll get caught. Phillies have stranded 5, lead 2-0. Top of the order coming up for the Nats. Right there with him, and probably 15 yards from the end, Abe takes a header.
Wow. Down goes Abe.
That slowed down Teddy, and George got in.
George W.
Game summary. Ryan Howard left the game in the first inning with a sprain of his ankle, hitting the bag hard. John Lannon struggling early, better now. Cole Hamels untouchable so far, except for a Gonzalez bouncing ball that got through. First pitch strike to Roger Bernardino.
Bernardino, when leading off an inning, hitting .315 this season, Bob. 17 for 54.
Nice. Adam LaRoche has hit his 15th homer of the year, and the Diamondbacks lead 3-0 at New York. That happened in the top of the 4th inning.
This might be our inning. Hamels has a .316 batting average against in the 4th inning so far this year.
Nats will see a couple of guys tomorrow they probably didn't expect to see again so soon. Former Pittsburgh Pirates Ryan Church and Bobby Crosby are now Arizona Diamondbacks. Oh. And a 1-2 to Bernardina. That hits him. Looked like a hard breaking ball, maybe a cutter, and that got him on a bad spot. Nats have their first leadoff man aboard.
Bernardina right over the dish. Gets one right in the back of the elbow.
And that was a breaking ball. Ian Desmond bounced out to the first baseman Ransom, first time up. He lines one to right center. Bernardina heading for third. Worth will get it in. It'll be second and third. Nobody out as the kids at the top produce here in the 4th inning.
Well, he gets a pitch in. He just tomahawks it out to right center field. It's more over the center of the plate than it should have been, but Bernardina easily cruises into third, and then Desmond hurries up and gets to second as Worth got to that ball quickly.
Ian Desmond's 27th extra base hit of the year. He's now 7 for his last 17, and a big spot obviously for Adam Dunn. Front door off-speed pitch inside.
Just a bad breaking ball right there. Nationals are hitting .260 with runners in scoring position on the season. .224 for .861.
Dunn sitting on 64 RBIs. That puts him just out of the top 10 in the league. Adam in this series 1 for 7.
I know you're a big math guy. Desmond's now 14 for 41 hitting in the 2-hole.
Nice. Big pitch.
Hamels comes inside with a fastball.
That's 341 for Desmond hitting behind the leadoff guy. Nobody has produced numbers like that this year. Adams got to have contact here. And Hamels whips it right by him. 5th strikeout for Cole Hamels, making this matchup really big. Hamels against Zimmerman.
Well, this is a good fastball right on the inner half with movement. So he challenges Adam Dunn and wins. Now it's up to Zim to get a clutch hit again.
Well, and the Nats have to get at least one of these runs home. Get on the board, take it from there. Zimmerman flied to left center first time.
Ooh, pretty good changeup right there on the corner. Didn't get the call.
Zimmerman right center. This game is tied. The ball heading for the scoreboard. He's heading for second. And the Nats are back even. His 5th and 6th RBIs in this series.
Got behind with a changeup, comes in with a fastball. Fastball's up in the zone, jams him. But Zim's strong enough to fight it off. Gets a good part of the bat on it. Sends it all the way to the wall. The 2-run score easily, and he hustles into scoring position.
Well, the hit batter looms large to start the inning. Got Bernardina aboard. Desmond doubled. And now Zimmerman knocks in 2, and his RBI total is up to 58. Willingham struck out swinging first time. I'll tell you, that changeup's making that fastball look like high 90s. That was mid-90s, so he's got about a 12-mile-an-hour difference right now between the heater and the changeup.
This is by far one of the best fastballs I've seen Hamels with, and I've always talked about it. If he becomes a confident guy in his own stuff, he's going to be tough to hit off of.
Willingham, a good fastball hitter, but he's had a steady diet of off-speed stuff here. Other than this at bat, that's going to punch him out. He threw in 3 straight fastballs and got strikes with all of them.
Back-to-back Ks for the hammer against Cole Hamels, and there you see him on the outside part of the plate on Kinetic.
That one appeared to have a little cut to it.
Yeah, it might have been a cutter because it was a little slower than his regular fastballs.
All right, it's up to Michael Morris. Struck out swinging first time. And remember, that was off-speed stuff. He went hard on Willingham. Didn't give him the same look twice in a row.
There's that good changeup. I mean, people keep telling you you're a changeup guy. You're a changeup. This guy's got a blazing fastball. You know, he doesn't need to always be a changeup artist. What you just saw against one of our better hitters on fastballs, he just mowed him down with 3 straight heaters.
Morris great with runners in scoring position this year. And Hamels now everything called strikes on the black away from the right-handed batters.
Well, like you said, starts him off with a nice changeup in the 80s, low 80s, and then he comes back with a low to mid 90s fastball, and Morris can't pull the trigger. It's a pretty good pitch right here. If I'm out there, I want it.
Upstairs, 2-2.
Well, that looked like the cut fastball that he threw Willingham, or else he just takes a little bit off of it, but it's still a good fastball, just up in the zone.
And he gets Morris on a hard one inside. 7 strikeouts for Hamels. But the Nats get to him with a pair of doubles in the 4th and tie the game. For the fifth, Ryan Zimmerman, Mr. Walk-Off himself. Who's the active leader going back beyond 2005?
I'm going to say Jimmy Edmonds. Jim Thome.
Jim Thome.
Nice.
Well, you had Jim and a left-handed batter.
Well, Edmonds just came back in the league, so I figured they were trying to trick us. We just saw Milwaukee.
You know what the coaches say, Rob? Don't think you're hurting the ball club. Here's Polanco, Worth, and Ransom to follow in the fifth. Can John Lennon keep this thing as is? 63 pitches, 41 strikes in the first 4 innings, and to 19 hitters, 13 first pitch strikes. 3-0. Danger lurking.
A little bit of a high fastball right here.
Can't blame a guy for trying. Polanco's 5'10", and that might be generous. th year in the big leagues for Placido Polanco. Came up in '98 with St. Louis. They traded him to Philadelphia in '02 and as part of the Scott Rowland deal. He got jammed up the middle. Desmond gets there. Can he do it? No. And the ball gets by Adam Dunn and evidently goes down into the dugout. So Desmond will get another error on a throw, and he probably would have been better off holding on.
Well, Lannon, good pitch right here. Jams Polanco. Desmond gets over there. That's a tough error. Adam probably should have come off the bag to get the ball.
Desmond's 25th of the year.
He throws it to the right down the first base line, and Adam tried to make an amazing stretch for the out. I don't even think they would have got him had it been on target.
In 6 ball games, only the Nationals' second error on this homestand.
You don't want to feed this guy too many fastballs. Much rather see him throw some changeups down and away or some breaking balls down and in. There's to go with the fastball. Buried it.
Two balls, one strike. Lennon to Worth.
Worth is right at 100 strikeouts for the season. 352 at-bats.
Two on, nobody out.
Now that first base open. I'll throw him two hittable pitch right here with Ransom coming up behind Worth because of the injury to Ryan Howard. That will get our bullpen going as some rain starts to fall now.
Miguel Batista pitched a scoreless 7th inning here last night. So the tie game may not last long unless Atlanta really goes to work here. But instead of Ryan Howard, he's dealing with Cody Ransom here, top of the 5th inning. Rain starting to come down harder. We can tell it's blowing from the south because it's not coming into our booth just yet. So conditions getting tough. Ransom bounced out to Desmond first time up after pinch running for Ryan Howard in the 1st inning. Now the Nats expecting a possible bunt here. Zimmerman was on the grass at 3rd. Adam Dunn is inside the baseline between 1st and 2nd. Good homestand for the pitching staff for the most part, with Batista setting the tone on Tuesday. John Lennon keeps missing low, and the count's 2-1. He was the emergency starter for Strasburg on Tuesday. Might have turned around this whole thing the way he pitched. And a bouncing ball is well fouled, 2-2.
Good John Lennon gets a double play ball or at least a ground ball in this situation. Here you need a strikeout, pop up, or a double play ball.
Lennon's due to bat 3rd in the bottom of the 5th. And the 2-2. Goes to the outside corner, and the count goes full.
Try to change up right there. You see 1st and 2nd. Polanco Worth.
Lennon working slowly, has the sign. And he goes changeup inside corner for the strikeout. Ransom frozen, and a big first out for John Lennon. His first strikeout of the day.
Now, that's just what the doctor ordered. This is a confidence pitch. Believing in yourself and your changeup. Beautifully done. There's no way Ransom can pull the trigger on that one.
Now the Nats have to stop the suddenly hot Ben Francisco. RBI single and a double today. He's been attacking early in the count. Takes that one outside, ball 1. Ben Francisco, 28 years of age, 3 years with Cleveland, .278 for the Phillies in part-time duty last year. 2-0. And the rookie Dominic Brown next. Good fastball by John.
Sometimes you got to tell yourself what's the worst thing that could happen. This guy might pop it up. He might try to pull this outside heater and double play. I'm out of the inning. Once again, one pitch, you get 2 outs.
That one in on his hands. And the count's even 2-2. Arizona has scored 3 more at New York against Jonathan Neese. 6-1 Diamondbacks, 5th inning there. The Atlanta ball game is now tied. The Reds have just scored, bottom of the 5th, 1-1. That's a breaking ball, low and inside. Count goes full again.
Beautiful ratio. Look at 10 ground outs today. Francisco's all over the dish. I mean, that back foot's in the corner of the box, in the right-hand corner of that right box. All over the plate.
3-2. Well, the runner's doing something here. They're holding.
Check out where his feet are going to go, Bob. He's going to walk all the way to the inner half of that batter's box. He is right up on that dish with those hands.
And the back foot out of the box. 3-2 pitch. John Lennon's pitch count approaching 90 here. Got him on a changeup. Low and away. John Lennon suddenly striking out. 2 consecutive Phillies. And he'll match up with the left-handed hitting rookie Dominic Brown.
Beautifully done right here. There's the circle on the Exmo. Beautifully seen through the camera lens. And then Francisco, you'll get nothing like it.
Well, as we mentioned, John hitting 3rd, bottom of the 5th. This could be it for him.
Nice.
That's right in there to Dominic Brown. Will Nieves set up outside. Had to reach back across to grab the strike.
All right, come on. Make a couple of pitches right here.
That's another good one. Going fastball that time. No balls, 2 strikes.
Way ahead. You could throw anything you want. Even a changeup in the dirt. Nice idea. Big hits for Mr. Ruiz this series.
3 hits, 2 RBIs. John Lennon, 7 starts at Double-A. The last 4 better than the first 3. And here he is with a 1-2 pitch in the 5th inning. The bat and the ball end up at the backstop.
It's been a steady rain for the last 5 minutes.
Pitchers have to do their housekeeping as well. They've got the shoe cleaner on the back of the mound.
The spikes get all gummy with the mud. That 2 pitches ago, that breaking ball was too much of the strike zone and too high in the strike zone. You got to get something down and away from this kid and throw a fastball up underneath his hands.
Quite a battle here from Lannon to Francisco, and now to Dominic Brown. Pitch count in the mid-90s. All that matters is the next one.
Yeah, he did.
Did he go? Oh, no swing, says Kerwin Danley.
I'm not so sure about that.
I thought it might be close enough to be a called third strike.
1-2 pitch right here.
Right on the corner.
And then, well, you can't see the plate from there. I think he went.
In fact, Lannon had him struck out twice.
Do it again.
Got him on a pitch down and in. Cole Hamels strikes out the side in the 4th. John Lannon does the same after getting 2 men on in the 5th. First he got Cody Ransom, another right-hander, Ben Francisco, and then the lefty, the rookie, Dominic Brown. And we invite you to visit AFCEA.org, the Association for IT Pros. And with our AFCEA Sideline Report, here's Debbie.
Well, Bob, I have a very special guest, one of my favorite people here at Nationals Park, Marla Lerner Tannenbaum, the chair of the Nationals Dream Foundation. And, of course, it is Dream Foundation Day here at the ballpark. And tell us what's been going on, Marla.
Well, we started on Friday with our annual Green Up Day, where we partner with one of our philanthropic partners, the Earth Conservation Corps, to go around different parts of the southeast, southwest neighborhood to clean up, to plant trees and bushes, to do a lot of great environmental things. It was a fabulous day.
Now, so many fans at home can get involved, too. Tell us how.
Well, go to our new site, which is nationals.com/dream, and you can participate by buying a scoreboard happy birthday wish. All that money goes to the Dream Foundation, or perhaps purchasing a ball to go into our ball wall, which is a wonderful item and just displayed permanently for posterity. You can be a part of Nats Park.
Sounds exciting. I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you, Marla. Bob, back over to you.
Thank you, Debbie Taylor. Thanks to Marla and all the wonderful work the Dream Foundation does here in the D.C. community, not only southeast, the neighborhood around the ballpark, but throughout the district. Alberto Gonzalez 1 for 1. Cole Hamels was on the bench a long, long time. That was a long half inning without the Phillies scoring. And as I mentioned, Alberto with that hit last time up, now hitting .299. Sharply hit, but right at Cody Ransom for the first out. So here we are. Nats looking for a sweep. 5th inning of Game 3. They battle back to tie this thing up after giving up 2 runs in the first inning. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, Debbie Taylor, our Masson HD crew here before a week-long road trip to Arizona and L.A. Willie Avis will be the hitter, bounced into a 5-4-3 double play first time. You can see Roger Bernardina in the hole, but nobody on deck at the moment. And a really good changeup by Cole Hamels has Willie Avis out ahead. John Lannon, 96 pitches now in 5 innings, and Livan Hernandez is coming out to pinch hit. So Bernardina's ready, but Livan will be between Nieves and him.
Well, it's maybe a little early to burn a pinch hitter.
Well, the other thing, Rob, the Nats didn't make a roster move to activate John Lannon because they were a man short. So they only have 3 position players in the dugout other than Pudge Rodriguez.
2 good career numbers. Don't mind having him pinch hit.
To Nieves, and Will takes a fastball up and in. Say one thing for John Lannon, he turned into a strikeout pitcher when he had to. Lack of contact after the Phillies had the first 2 men on. Now Nieves takes one inside, ball 2.
And as long as he keeps those changeups down, you can throw him to lefties all day. It's just it gives him a third pitch. The reasons lefties take the changeup away from the lefty is because you're worried about hanging it. But Santana, Hamels, these guys will throw lefty on lefty changeups all day.
Off speed, Will's way out ahead of it. Nieves playing his 43rd game of the year. Hamels very economical despite using up lots of pitches to strike out 7 hitters. Had him reaching. Strikeout number 8. 2 down. When the Nats are home every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is Miller Lite Party Night at Nationals Park. You can score a Scoreboard Pavilion seat, a drink voucher for $20, $22 for Prime Games. Come early for the pregame happy hour at the Miller Lite Scoreboard Walk Bar featuring $5 beers. Has collected his 200th hit this year, his 100th career sacrifice. Pretty sure he's never hit a pinch homer. Tough job, that pinch hitting. Livan gets around late, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Livan hangs tough. We have a bases empty stat on Livan. How about that? He identifies the off-speed pitch and takes it 2-2. Arizona really piling it on the Mets now. A 5-run 5th inning, 8-1 at New York. And the Reds have scored 2 now to lead the Braves. So what is he hitting on 3-2? We know everything else, evidently. Pretty sure Jim Riggleman's not going to burn a pinch runner if he gets on base here.
Well, at least he's making Hamels throw a few more pitches.
He sure is. 5 of them right here.
Got his count up to 70 now.
That is a fair ball, stabbed by Polanco. Great play. Keeping that ball out of the left field corner. 5 innings in the scorebook now. Nats will be into their bullpen. Polanco, a brilliant play, and the score, 2-2. The ballpark. Thursday, August 12th, come to Nationals Park. See the Marlins and the Nats. First 15,000 fans receive a Steven Strasburg Major League Debut DVD presented by Harris Teeter. You can relive that special night here. Get your tickets at nationals.com/tickets. Added bonus features included on the DVD. Well, the way this homestand has gone, maybe as much credit as anybody deserves belongs to Miguel Batista. Rob, if he goes out Tuesday night subbing for Strasburg and lays an egg, no telling what kind of start the homestand gets off to. Instead, he goes out and engineers the first half of a 3-0 shutout against the first place Atlanta Braves.
And we end up winning that series, and we've already won the series here against the Phillies. And you heard Ryan Zimmerman say that last night. That's as important as anything, winning series after series and against the 2 top teams in the division. And I absolutely agree. Those 5 shutout innings set the tone for the entire homestand.
All right, Batista gets the bottom of the order for the Phils. Carlos Ruiz leads off top of the 6th. And a fastball sends him straight down.
Here's a hard sinker that doesn't sink. Goes up and in.
Phillies have 2 base runners from the bottom 3 in the order today. 4 yesterday. And a fastball is in there. Hard hit. Right there is Alberto Gonzalez. John Lannon gave up a base hit to Polanco, then walked Jason Worth, and robbed one of his best sequences of the year to the next 3 hitters.
He strikes out the side, 3-2 changeup to Ransom, punches him out, then he punches out Francisco, and then he strikes out the kid Dominic Brown. Great job by John Lannon when he had to bow his neck and get the team out of a jam. He did his job, and so nice return to the major leagues, Bob.
He'll get a no decision for his efforts today. Nats couldn't score in the 5th. And it'll be Wilson Valdez now. 1 for 2, base hit in the 2nd, ground ball to short in the 4th. They've done some repair work on the infield, most notably where the infielders stand, and then the landing area on the mound, as well as the area up by the pitching rubber. There's been different names for that stuff over the years. Diamond dry, turfus.
Kitty litter.
Mixes in with the dirt to soak up the moisture. One hopper. Zimmerman waits for Dunn to get to the bag. A wide throw, and Adam has it. 2 outs. Cole Hamels has only thrown 71 pitches, so he's in this game for a while. And he'll be the batter as we check out the Phillies box. I think the key to this whole thing is Jimmy Rollins 0 for 3 today and 2 for 11 in the series. The Nats have not allowed him in this series to get beyond second base. Well, once he did last night after walking, but he hasn't done any damage with his bat at all.
And we're very fortunate that Utley and Victorino are not with him right now. I want to say we're fortunate that Howard got hurt. His ankle injury took him out of the ball game, and we hope he's okay.
Well, you know, you always wondered about the Phillies if they had a season like this, because for the last 3 or 4 years, they've had as much stability in their starting 8 as anybody in Major League Baseball. Hamels hits the ball well, but Gonzalez is behind it. And how about that? The long-awaited 1-2-3 inning finally happens in the 6th. For the Nats, Roger Bernardina, then Desmond and Dunn. 2-2 game. Then Francisco before John Lannon struck him out in the 5th, 2 for 2. Lannon goes 5, strikes out the last 3 batters he faces. Ryan Zimmerman again with a double. He's now driven in the Nationals' last 5 runs in this series.
Well, Ian Desmond, after Bernardino was hit by a pitch in the arm, gets a double. So you have 2nd and 3rd. Adam Dunn would strike out, and then the big blow that put the Nationals back in the game. A huge double by Ryan Zimmerman. But he goes in.
RBI total up to 58 for Ryan. He's driven in 6 in this series. Top of the order, Bernardino. Last time up, Cole Hamels hit him, and that got the 4th inning off to a good start. Roger, 1 hopper. Ransom, 1 out. Bernardino 0 for 2 today, but still 4 for 9 in the series. And the Nationals box score, not that many guys involved, but they've made good use of just their 3 hits. Infield hit, or rather Gonzalez with a clean hit back in the 3rd, but erased on a double play ball. Then the only other hits, the 2 that we just showed you.
Well, Hamlin's been busy striking our guys out. He got 8 strikeouts through 5 innings.
So here's Ian Desmond, who on this homestand is 7 for 17. Hamels goes off speed and misses 3-0. Walks as good as a hit for anybody hitting in front of Adam Dunn and Ryan Zimmerman. Hamels 8 strikeouts without walking a batter today, but a guy he hit scored. And Adam Dunn 0 for 2. I'd love to be hitting with somebody on. Desmond on 3-0 with a base hit.
Got a 3-0 changeup, Bob.
And Desmond's batting average climbing up toward the 260 mark. You think that came from the dugout, the green light?
I hope it did, but if you're going to swing the bat on your own 3-0, it better be a hit, and he gets it through there on a 3-0 changeup by Cole Hamels. As you said, now it's Dunn and Zim.
Dunn with a ground ball to second, swinging strikeout in the 4th. That's a high changeup, way high. It's like the weather's clearing off a little bit, still cloudy, but not nearly as dark as it was. Any hitter a lot better at 2-0. Bang! Right field line. How much hook? That is a homer! Adam Dunn into the upper deck. He hit it so hard it couldn't hook foul. And the Nationals lead 4-2.
Big, bad. And we're thankful he's still a Nat Dunn.
That ball was crushed. Hamels gives up his 21st homer of the year.
Well, I think it's 3 straight changeups in a row. No, it's 2 changeups and a fastball, and the fastball just rides back across the plate, and Adam Dunn doesn't miss it. Crushes it.
Right around the pole, upper tank. Adams' 25th of the year. RBI total up to 66. And here comes Zimmerman. How about that use of 5 hits, 4 runs? Everybody was kidding him about that homer he hit in Cincinnati last week. The fly ball that got in the first row in left field. Remember him flexing his arms? That's the kind of ball that only Adam Dunn hits.
Not many guys in the major leagues with that kind of power.
Wow. Nationals' 90th home run of the year. And still only 1 out, 2-1 now to Ryan Zimmerman. Good fastball, outer half, counts even. So the big guys have driven in all 4 today.
And remember that Hamels challenged Adam the last time and struck him out with fastballs. So Adam made a little adjustment, got the fastball he wanted, and he killed it.
Zimmerman with a base hit to left. Off-speed pitch that was up. And Ryan Zimmerman's 2 for 3 today. Ryan having a fine series now, 5 out of 11. And the Nats, 3 consecutive hits here in the 6th inning. I don't think we'll get tired of looking at the swing of Adam Dunn for a while. Watch this.
Kinetic. Ball's supposed to be out. Right across the plate. That ball is crushed.
Phillies bullpen, no activity yet. We mentioned last night, Phillies bullpen, the fewest innings and the fewest number of games of any bullpen in the National League. Roy Halladay responsible for lots of that.
And Cole, too. Cole has only 35 innings pitched coming in.
Hamels hasn't thrown any complete games this year, but he's gone 8 innings 4 times. But I mean, there are nights when Halladay pitches, there are no innings and no appearances. Charlie Manuel with the play over there. Charlie grew up in Lexington, Virginia, right down at the intersection of I-64 and Interstate 81. So right now, Adam Dunn is alone in 2nd place in the league in homers, 2 behind Joey Votto. Off-speed pitch in there to Willingham. Hamels has really had Josh on his heels and out ahead today.
Yeah, Cole's done a nice job this year. 15 times, 6 innings, 7 times. And as you said, 8 innings 4 times. So he likes to go deep in the ball games.
Willingham reaches out. Jimmy Rollins stabs it. Makes a great play to get it out. And then Willingham, slowing down at first, almost got doubled up. Josh hit that ball hard, and Jimmy Rollins made a fine play for the 6-4 fielder's choice.
Jimmy Rollins, great backhand play. For him, he thinks his only play is the second, but Valdez turns it quickly, nearly gets Willingham at first. In that Arizona-New York game, that new pitcher from the White Sox, Hudson, is now pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks. So we got him right into the rotation.
Daniel Hudson. Looks like he's 23 years of age, and he's a Lynchburg, Virginia kid. 6'3", 225. Diamondbacks pretty active at the trading deadline. We'll see a couple of new D-backs tomorrow, but really something old, something new. Brian Church and Bobby Crosby, who were just here recently with the Pirates. Michael Morso for 2 today on a pair of swinging strikeouts. Two and one. So Cole Hamels started this inning at 71 pitches. The Nats have him up to 90. Good eye by Michael, 3-1. They really play Mike over toward right center with Worth. A lot of room down the left field line and in left center. Hamels has been pitching him away with soft stuff.
Arizona acquired 3 pitchers for Edwin Jackson. Daniel Hudson, a right-hander, left-handed David Holmberg, and right-hander Lucas Harrell. That's a pretty good 3-for-1 for Arizona.
They've been one of the worst pitching staffs in baseball this year. Arizona down near the bottom of the league. 5.31 their staff ERA coming in. That is the highest earned run average in all of baseball. Baltimore with a 5.17 at the bottom of the American League. Three-two again to Michael. Another off-speed pitch strikes him out. Great inning for the Nats. Desmond a base hit. Adam Dunn. He got a pitch up in the zone and he didn't miss it. A laser into the upper deck. And after 6, it's 4-2 Washington. In this weekend series puts the Nats on top 4-2. His 25th home run of the year. You know, Rob, that's the thing about Adam. He can go 1 out of 8 or 2 out of 10 in a series, but when he does the damage, the timing of it seems to be really good. Yeah, he's a game changer. One swing of the bat, and we have a 2-run lead, and that's exactly what you want from Adam Dunn. Last night, Ryan Zimmerman, he did the job with his bat, and that's what happens when you got a guy like that, the protection that he gives Ryan Zimmerman, or vice versa. Ryan Zimmerman, Riggleman putting Dunn in front of him today, and it pays dividends. And then John Lannon went 5. Miguel Batista's in the ballgame right now, and it's up to the bullpen to get the final few outs. But bottom line is, the Nationals playing well as a ball club. Top of the order for the Phillies here in the 7th. Jimmy Rollins, Placido Polanco, and Jason Worth. So that turns Rollins around to the left side, whereas we mentioned this year he's really been struggling. Came into this game batting .208 from the left side. Peralta and Slayton. Placido Polanco 2 for 10 in this series. Be a foul, and the count goes full 3-2. Well, Arizona having some fun. Scott Drew has just hit his 5th homer of the year. In the 7th, 9-1 Diamondbacks at Citi Field. In Cincinnati, it's still Reds 2, Braves 1, bottom 7. Leadoff walk after you've taken the lead. And Batista had retired his first 3 batters. You don't want to see that, but Bob, you talk about playing well within your own division.
5-4 we've played against Atlanta this year.
Yeah.
We're even right now at the Phillies at 4-4. 7-5 against the Mets. And just under 500 at 4-5 against the Marlins. If we could figure out the other divisions in interleague, we're in there.
Well, you know, the Nats not that bad against the others.
No, it's the 5-13 interleague that just killed us.
3 under against both the Central and the West, but you give away 8 games to 500 against the American League.
Now, you got to play 500 on the road. That's changing a lot of things around here, but next year you got to play 500 on the road.
And there was no excuse for that 3-game sweep at Baltimore when the Nats led in every one of those games. Rollins started, then stopped, and Polanco takes a strike. Jimmy has a good lead. He has stolen 24 consecutive bases without being caught. The last time anybody got him was the Cubs on July 22nd of 2009.
And while all this stuff's been going on, Bob, please really mention Bryce Harper. He's still out there. No doubt we're going to sign him, and some more talent will be coming to Natstown.
I know you're excited about Ineski Maya.
Yep, absolutely. Cuban young man, the young man from Cuba.
See him in September.
Hopefully about the same time we'll be seeing Jordan Zimmerman, if not sooner.
Batista working slowly. And Polanco down the line. Jimmy Rollins heading for at least third, and they'll score him now. The ball hooks deep into the corner, and the Phillies are back on the board at 4-3. Oh, those leadoff walks. And Polanco with a second consecutive hit, only his third of the entire series.
He is tough, and he gets a sinker down and in.
He's putting the bat on the ball, isn't he?
Well, and he also is just, and Jim Riggleman will make a double switch here. He is totally prepared for every at-bat. Great approach. Knew that this is a sinker ball pitcher, and he got what he wanted.
Nyjer Morgan is sprinting to center field. Jim Riggleman walking to the mound to take out Batista. 4-3 game. Scoring position. Friday, August 13th. First 10,000 fans, 21 and up, you'll receive a free beer pitcher and a cup set presented by Miller Lite. Stick around. Post-game fireworks. Get your tickets by visiting nationals.com/tickets. Miller Lite, free beer pitcher and cup set at the ballpark. Roger Bernardino, the leadoff man, moves over to right field. Nigel Morgan will be right in front of him in the lineup, batting ninth. Intriguing guy to put in that spot. And then batting sixth and pitching will be Joel Peralta, who got himself in trouble with some off-speed stuff here last night and gave up a home run to Carlos Ruiz. He faces Jason Worth. With Polanco at second, nobody out.
You got a better role in the bullpen by being aggressive. You don't want to start doing something different now that you're in these big situations.
He goes fastball first pitch, misses upstairs. Ball two. And Worth pops it up. Will Nieves on deck circle, front of the dugout, and a big out. Cody Ransom is the scheduled hitter. But the Phillies will go with their pinch hitter extraordinaire, who can also play first base, Ross Glode, right here.
Well, if you're Peralta, you got lucky on that 2-0 pitch to Worth. You don't want to do that to Glode, too. You got to try to work something over. Get ahead in the count.
Ross Glode, 11 for 49, 3 homers, 7 RBIs as a pinch batter. He had a pinch hit single and a sacrifice after staying in the ball game last night. He's replaced Greg Dobbs as the Phillies' #1 pinch hitter. For the Marlins last year, he led the major leagues with pinch hits, 21 of them, and drove in 15 runs. It's a pinch hit batting average of .318. which is almost unheard of. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another great crowd here today. 35,807. And for the 3-game series, the Nats and the Phillies draw 106,446 for an average of 35,482. Well done, Philly fans and Nationals fans. It's been a great atmosphere in the ballpark all weekend.
Yes, it has. Definitely thank the Phillies fans. They're busting them in here.
And this is what rivalries are all about.
Absolutely.
Getting to the other guy's ballpark, making some noise.
We're trying to get to the point where we draw as many Nats fans on the road as we do at home. So you know you have a following.
Only problem is up in Philadelphia with all their season tickets, it's hard to get tickets. In fact, some of their fans can't get tickets.
Philly doing a great job at home, drawing over 100% capacity the last few years.
Peralta with an off-speed pitch, and he had Glode pulling off. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, Glode wants to hit so bad. It's very dangerous to throw this guy fastballs anywhere in the hitting zone. So it's a great fork ball down and away. You see Glode look bad. Don't try to do too much. Do the exact same pitch.
Right off the end of the bat, Zimmerman on the charge. Bare hand! No! He pulled Dunn off the bag. And the Phillies will have first and third. Nationals unlucky there. That ball right off the end of the bat. And Zimmerman did all he could.
Well, it's a do-or-die play, and even sometimes the best in the business can't make something out of nothing, and that is just a dying ball in the wet. He makes a great effort. Adam Dunn, a lot of credit coming off the bag right here. Comes off the bag, keeps that from going down the right field line. Still one pitch from getting out of this inning if you could get a ground ball towards the middle. But that was not as good as the two-strike pitch, but it was hittable off the end of the bat. A glowed.
Here's Ben Francisco, who's had a good day, 2 for 3. Middle infielders at double play depth. Zimmerman even with a bag at third. Dunn holding the runner at first. Ryan will creep in a couple of steps as the pitch is about to be made. And Peralta, last couple of appearances, a lot of breaking balls and changeups. Doug Sladen's been up the entire half inning. Left-hander Dominic Brown next.
Nice breaking ball. That's what happened to Ruiz last night. A couple of breaking balls, got behind 2-0, threw him a fastball, and Ruiz killed it.
Ball 3. Phillies fans chanting, Nationals fans booing. Welcome to the newest rivalry in the National League East.
Good fastball in on Francisco's hands, so now he's back in the count.
Evidently they're chanting for defense. Let's go Nats. Scoreboard always has the final say. Three-two pitch with one out. Runners at the corners. Right to Zimmerman. One out. I thought Ryan might come home after the initial bobble. He still went to second base for the fielder's choice, and the game is tied. If handled cleanly, there would have been time for two.
Now, it's hit sharply here. Takes a strange hop. Zim knocks it down. Still able to try and turn the double play. Francisco's got some really good speed, though.
Both of those runs charge to Miguel Batista. The Nationals have turned 82 double plays on the year. That's in the bottom 5 in the National League. And certainly not an easy chance because of that short little wicked hop Zimmerman had to deal with at the end. So Dominic Brown will be the hitter. The lead runs on as the Phillies, after Adam Dunn homers off of Cole Hamels, They come right back to tie the game. Leadoff walk really turned things around in this inning. Dominic Brown 1 for 3 with an RBI hit. So Batista goes 1 inning, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 walk. Had him buckling on an off-speed pitch. And the count's 1-1.
Well, he's young, he's aggressive, he wants to swing the bat. So if you spot a fastball, fine, keep it out of the hitting zone. But if you're going to throw off speed, go for it.
So Ben Francisco has 2 RBIs today. Dominic Brown the other. And Polanco with that double up at the top of the lineup after the Rollins walk in this inning. It's the bottom of the Phillies order that's done most of the damage in this series for them offensively. And Brown gets jammed. Fly ball will stay in the ballpark, and Roger Bernardino's there. Phillies will pick up 2 runs to tie the game on 2 hits. They'll strand a runner. They've left 8 today. And it's time for the 7th inning stretch, a 4-4 ball game between the Nationals and the Phillies. Washington will have Gonzalez, Nieves, and Morgan coming up in the bottom of the 7th.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And the stretch is done. Road trip coming on tomorrow, 9:30, Mass and HD at Arizona. Levon, a place he knows well. He pitched there for 10 starts in 06 and 33 more in 07. So Levon this year, 7-7, 3.22. And he'll take on Rodrigo Lopez, who's 5-9. And the D-backs are only 8-13 in his 21 starts. And as Rob and I talked about earlier, the Nats will be facing statistically the worst pitching staff in baseball. We'll get you going at 9 p.m. Nats Extra, 9:30 ball games, 4 nights in a row from Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. Ross Gload stays in the ball game, playing first base. And did we mention that Cole Hamels is still pitching? He's outlasted everybody. Alberto Gonzalez 1 for 2. Will Nieves 0 for 2. And then Nyjer Morgan hitting for the first time after the double switch. That's a changeup, and that Gonzalez's bat way out ahead of that ball. 5 days away. In theaters August 6th, The Other Guys, starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. Will Nieves 0 for 2. Steps in hitting a 184. Will had the big 2-run hit in the 4th inning against the Braves here on Thursday afternoon, leading to a 5-3 win and a 2-1 series win.
Hamels' last 10 starts has averaged just under 110 pitches per.
And he's going to go 7 or more here, Rob, for the 9th time in his last 11 ball games, if he gets 2 more outs here. And his off-speed stuff is still devastating. Jose Contreras pitched well here last night. Cole Hamels' career high in strikeouts is 15. Nieves trying to make contact so as not to become victim number 10. Hamels did that April 21st of 07 at Cincinnati. A copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Nyjer Morgan on deck. Hamels on the year just 7-7. Respectable ERA of 3.5. Interesting note on the Adam Dunn homer off Hamels. Adam had gone into that at bat 1 for 17 with 9 strikeouts lifetime against this left-hander. But one swing changes everything, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That's why the matchup numbers are nice to have, but they don't predict what can happen on any one pitch. And Will is hanging tough here on 3-2.
Well, and Ryan Howard off of Lannon was 5 for 24 coming into today. 1 double, 2 home runs, 4 RBI, hitting 208.
Yeah, but when he does make contact, look out.
Absolutely. 2 big power guys that one little mistake get out of here in a hurry.
When in doubt, pull the string. That's number 10 for Cole Hamels. And Nyjer Morgan will bat with 2 outs and the bases empty.
3-2. This is where you make your money at the major league level. He pulls the string on a great changeup. He's having confidence to throw secondary pitches when you're behind in the count.
Niger in the series only 2 for 7, but he's been on base 4 times, scoring 3 runs. A couple of hits, but hit by a pitch. He's walked. And he hits one straight back right under us here. Don't get excited, Rob. We'll never get one. Jose Contreras joined by the left-hander, J.C. Romero. A slap to the left side for Polanco. And a good 7th inning for Cole Hamels. He has bent but hasn't broken today. 8th inning in a tie game. Dealer invites you to experience Ford like never before. Ford, drive one. The ones with longer attention spans are still in their seats. Top of the 8th inning. 4-4 ball game. Phillies have out-hit the Nats 9-6. Carlos Ruiz, 3 ground balls, 0 for 3. But it's the dangerous bottom of the Phillies order. What a ball game in Cincinnati. It's now the top of the 9th inning. The Braves have a runner at second, 2 outs. Omar Infante batting, still trailing 2-1 to the Reds. Francisco Cordero trying to save that game. And the Diamondbacks are putting an 11-1 headache on the Mets. And Peralta drops in the breaking ball. 2-2. He fires one and overpowers the right-handed batter. On a pop up to right center for Niger Morgan. Ruiz gone. If you want to get your gear from the official source, the Nationals.com shop, head on to the team's website. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. Nationals.com. Wilson Valdez, the second baseman. 1 for 3. 3 two-ground balls. He's 2 for 8 in the series. Next time the Nats will see the Phillies will be in 3 weeks for a weekend series up there. Great series here for the Nats all weekend here at Nationals Park. Over 106,000 people have come to see these two clubs. Broken bat, ground ball out to Desmond. Bad hop. He'll get an error, most probably. Ball came up on him, and if he does, it'll be his second of the day and his 26th of the year. Looked like it came up on him right at the end. Was he charging the ball? Well, that's a makeable play.
Well, like you said, he didn't charge the ball. He let the ball play him. The raining.
Great Dobbs, by the way, hitting for Hamels.
Well, you want to get your momentum going towards first anyway. So sometimes when you wait back, it gets one more extra hop, and that's when it ate him up.
So Cole Hamels will go 7 today on 107 pitches, striking out 10 for the 13th time in his career. And if I know my partner correctly, I would think you would consider today's start, even though it's 4 runs in 7 innings, a quality start for Hamels.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It looked like a couple of times we could have gotten to him. We didn't. He made pitches when he had to. Struck out the side in the 5th inning. Looked like we were going to get something going.
Didn't walk anybody. There's a little pop-up out to center. Desmond will get there for this one. And he has it for the second out. Greg Dobbs retired. Top of the order now, Jimmy Rollins.
It's a well-played game, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's you know, you're playing a good team. They're down a few players, so you got to get them when they're down. But it's been a hard-fought battle. Fought back, got the lead, going to have to fight back to win the game.
Livan Hernandez tomorrow night in Arizona. Stay up late with us for 4 nights. Well, maybe 5 or 6, then it's on to L.A. That'll be it for the West Coast swings for the Nats this year. In fact, after this trip, the Nationals will not play anybody on the road outside the East the rest of the season. One club, I am corrected, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Still an East Coast team.
Yeah,
they're Eastern.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Madsen and Romero. Romero and Madsen.
JC and Ryan. So Contreras has taken a seat. And that's a strike from Peralta to Jimmy Rollins, who's 0 for 3 today with a walk and a run scored. And Jimmy in this series 2 for 11, 2 walks, 1 run. Two times on the DL this year with that troubling right calf. Middle of April to the middle of May, and then he was off the DL for 5 days and went right back on for another month. The Nats have the top of the order in the bottom of the 8th. Phillies can't be feeling real good about the late innings after what happened to them here last night. So this is a big sequence for Peralta and the Nationals here. They'll take the legs out from under Valdez by throwing over. Phillies are not the running team they've been in the past. They're in the bottom 5 in the league with 58 stolen bases. Valdez is 3 for 3. He's running. Pitch outside. Nieves guns. And the throw got there late with Desmond tumbling over the bag and the runner. And Valdez is 4 for 4 on the year. Jim Riggleman's out to talk with Dana DeMuth about this. I wonder if Desmond made contact with the runner but missed him with the glove as he went tumbling by. He made a pretty good pickup on a short throw. A discussion, no argument. See if the glove makes any contact with the runner here.
I don't think it does, but I think that Jim Riggleman just wanted clarification. No. But I think Dana DeMuth said the way I saw it, he didn't tag him. Actually, he hits his left hand.
There was some contact.
Yeah, or his right hand. He comes up. Right. No, it is his left hand.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Good replay, guys.
Give the guys in the bench a lot of credit for seeing that. They have a different angle than we do. We're 8 stories up above them.
That's a big 90 feet.
Well, now watch. He's going to grab the ball, short hops him, but right there, Valdez, to protect himself, actually hits the glove of Desmond.
And that was a short throw, and Ian Desmond hung out to dry, trying to keep that ball out of center field. And he darn near got the out. Three-two again to Rollins. After this step off and fake. Man.
Unbelievable.
No wonder they wanted Wilson Valdez on second base. That means Jimmy shortens up and makes contact. I don't think he's going to do it this time. Zimmerman on the call. This one into the bottom of the 8th, and the Nats with a tie score. Bernardina, Desmond, and Dunn. Adam Dunn with a big homer off Hamels, his first career in that matchup, a 2-run shot in the 6th. Put the Nats up by 2. Ryan Zimmerman's driven in the other 2 with a 4th-inning double.
Big part of the ball game. Desmond got a double, followed up after a strikeout to Dunn with a double by Zimmerman. And then the big man came up with a guy on base, and Ian Desmond single, and he parks that ball out where it's not coming back.
J.C. Romero, 21 games for the Phillies last year. This season, it'll be number 37. Good ERA, 2.66. An emotional, solid, situational left-hander.
The 13th time in Cole Hamels' career he's struck out double figures. 7 strong innings, no walks.
Romero out 50 games last year for violating Major League Baseball's substance abuse policy. 34 years of age now. He's been with the Phillies since 2007 when he came over from Boston. Many years with Minnesota. Bernardino swings through that one, and Rogers down on strikes. For the second time today, he's 0 for 3. Tough day to be a left-handed leadoff man, huh?
Well, Romero makes short work with some great breaking stuff. He has a little bit of a pause, and then he drops down and drives through the hitter.
The Reds held on to win that game against Atlanta 2-1. Desmond pops one up short center. Worth on his way in, and it's Jimmy Rollins on his way out with the catch.
Worth broke back on the ball. It was a tough one to read off the bat of Desmond, so Jimmy Rollins had to make a terrific play.
How about that range? Let's have a look at our league leaders, brought to you by Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Joey Votto, 2 ahead of Dunn, who hit his 25th today.
And then we're going to see that guy.
Mark Reynolds. He's a homer or a strikeout waiting to happen. Mark Reynolds this year has struck out. You ready for this?
130 times.
147. That's a lot of air, baby.
No, to steal Phil Wood's line. He strikes out like he likes it.
Action-packed table games. Red hot slots await at Hollywood Casino, Charlestown Races, West Virginia. Adam Dunn takes one inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 147. I'll have to check the box score today in New York to see if he's got a couple more.
If you're going to be good at something, be really good.
Oh, he made contact today, no case. In that 11, now 14-1 game. But the Diamondbacks hitting in the 9th inning, leading the Mets by 13. That will be a non-save situation. Three and 1 to Dunn. Wouldn't mind seeing him tinker, nibble, and walk Dunn and have to face Zimmerman. Or would he? Phillies have a right-hander firing. Dunn 1 for 3 today with his 25th homer and RBIs number 65 and 66. He'll walk. Charlie Emanuel is on the move.
3-2 fastball coming from J.C. Romero. Bob on the inner half. You be the judge. Nope. Not going to get it.
No way. J.C. Romero pitches to Ryan Zimmerman here. Ryan Madsen on the way. Big matchup coming up. 8th inning, tie game. with Adam Dunn at first base and 2 outs. 21st game for Ryan Madsen. They've had injuries on their pitching staff as well this year. He broke his right toe April 30th.
He's been pitching quite well since he got back. Last 5 games, 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts.
Hey, the bad news for the Philly fans is it's Ryan Zimmerman. The good news is it's only the 8th inning. Lead runs aboard. Ryan 2 for 3 today with a 2-run double. And in this series, he's 5 of 11 with 6 RBIs. Nasty breaking ball from one side of the plate to the other. Good success against Ryan Madsen.
He sees him quite well.
Did not face him in the 8th inning last night. Fastball way up. 1-1. Man, that guy's got a heartbreaking ball, isn't he?
And a great changeup.
Upper 80s.
3 filthy pitches. Throws 98 also.
Hasn't always done the best job of handling the closer's role when he had it. At times for the Phils. That 9th inning's a whole different animal. And a 2-1 coming to Zimmerman. Short lead by Dunn. Ryan reaching for that one, chops it to short. This ball game's going to the 9th, all tied up. Phillies will have Polanco, Worth, and Glode coming up. 4-4. About a moment, the Potomac Nationals have an upcoming 7-game homestand starting a week from tomorrow. Fireworks after the games on Saturday the 14th and the 21st. PotomacNationals.com or 703-590-2311. Ian Desmond out of the ball game. Adam Kennedy goes to second base. And that moves Alberto Gonzalez over to short. Drew Storen got the win last night despite giving up the go-ahead base hit to Carlos Ruiz. And yes, that came after a leadoff walk by Sean Burnett. So here's that pest Polanco again. 2 consecutive hits. RBI double last time. That got the Phillies a lead, or at least got them one run back when the Nats led 4-2. And then Francisco's ground ball in the 7th tied things up. Polanco out to center. Niger Morgan is going to get there. About 5 feet in front of the wall. He hit that ball about 380, maybe 385.
Pretty nice power right here. After a first pitch ball on a fastball, he gets another fastball up, this time 95, and Niger just makes a nice play in front of Natstown, USA. Don't want to do that with this guy. A little bit more power.
Jason Orth.
Yeah, Polanco is just a tough out.
And Storen drops the slider in there. Jason Worth today 1 for 3 with a double, a run scored, and a walk. He's 5 out of 10 in the series.
Looking a lot like Jeremiah Johnson.
And Drew had him reaching for that breaking ball.
Did you see that Robert Redford movie?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Long time ago. Oh. It's been a while.
He was a mountain man.
He was. Don't mess with Jeremiah Johnson. He was also the Sundance Kid, right?
Yes.
Don't mess with him either.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Don't mess with Roy Hobbs.
Oh.
1-2 to Worth. Swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs. 2 outs in the 9th.
To Storen. Going to play today. This is just high cheddar cheese right by Mr. Worth. It looks great, but it's tough to hit.
Here's Ross Glow, who had the infield hit in front of Zimmerman last time up. And this one right to Adam Kennedy. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Willingham, Kennedy, Gonzalez. Tie game. Can the Nats do it?
Byron Curran, Ray 9 moments away, hopefully, from Nats extra post game with a Nats win. John Lannon did just enough, helping with the starters and the bullpen hanging in there to keep this game tied.
Bullpen's been nails. John Lannon got off to a little rough start, struck out 3 in a row to end that 5th inning, and some offense again by Zimmerman, double, and home run by Adam. 4-4, kind of reminds you of last night.
It does, doesn't it? Hopefully the same result of Bob Carpenter. Bottom of the 9th heroics maybe coming up from the Nats.
Any way to get a run, Byron. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ray. Willingham 0 for 3. Kennedy, first plate appearance coming up. And Gonzalez. And to the strains of Sweet Home Alabama, the Hammer steps in. Just 2 for 10 in the series, but he has driven in 3 runs. Hamels pitched him tough with the off-speed deliveries today, striking him out twice. Willingham's had a flair for the walk-off dramatic over the last few years. That's a fastball up and away. He's been here before. Orioles were here on a Sunday afternoon. And Willingham with 1 out in the bottom of the 10th off Clay Meredith. Remember, that was right after Alfredo Simon had hurt himself on a play covering first base. So here we are 2.5 months later, and Willingham takes a high strike. And the count's 2-1. Numbers against Madsen, a lot like Ryan Zimmerman's were before he bounced out, ending the 8th.
That's just some straight cheddar right by him.
By the way, John Lannon started that game that day. Willingham on a pitch up and in. He loves that ball. Middle in. Adam Kennedy's been swinging a hot bat lately. He's 5 for his last 9.
Like many relievers, Bob Madsen works from the stretch even without any runners on base.
Two. Fastball away, and Ruiz was ready to throw it to third base.
Not so fast, my friend.
He must have thought Kerwin Danley was still umpiring.
No, this pitch is off the plate.
Pretty close on 2-2, but the Hammer knows the strike zone.
Oh, he hit his spot, but it just wasn't over the plate. And then Ruiz, being the smart and wily catcher that is, he tried to steal the strike by getting ready to throw it around the infield.
Willingham on a pitch away, strikes out again. Josh having a hard contact day. That'll bring up Adam Kennedy with 1 out here in the 9th.
Well, it's a fastball away. Just too much for Josh on that one.
Kennedy with that severe uppercut swing. A hit and a walk last night. The 4 for 5 night with 3 singles, a double on Friday. He'll flip one down the left field line, but it's going foul. On fire is Adam Kennedy. A lot of hits to left center these days. He'll reach out and pop that one up. Easy play for Polanco. 2 outs. Gonzalez with a base hit to left, and a 2-for-4 day for Alberto. Davis will be the hitter now with 2 outs.
Well, he throws Alberto a breaking ball, and Alberto says thanks a lot, just like the curveball from Hamels. Say the same thing about our guys, Bob. It's a guy that doesn't play a lot. He's a backup infielder, and both his hits today off of off-speed stuff. It's great for us, but you throw 95 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Drive your manager crazy.
Davis today, a double play ball, 2 swinging strikeouts. It goes off speed. Placido Polanco close to that line.
No doubles.
And Davis will chop it over that way. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It actually helps Will because Will doesn't pull the ball that often. Valdez cheating towards the middle of the field with 2 outs.
Yeah, it always helps Will when the first baseman has to hold somebody. Alberto Gonzalez, good wheels at first. Davis taking that right field swing of his.
You can hear Madsen grunt all the way up here.
He's only pulled 16 of those 23 hits. Two-two up the middle, and Madsen knocks it down. That ball was labeled for center field, and we're going to the 10th inning. Extra innings have not been kind to the Nationals this year. 4-4 into the 10th. here at home. Phillies are 8-5, and on the road they're 3-2. Well, Davis hit that ball well. Unlucky.
Tried to go right back up the middle. Nice idea, but Madsen wonderfully knocks it down. And 1 over to 3 stops the threat. Would have been first and third. And that ball was just crushed, but Madsen, good delivery, gets himself into position to field his position. And Will is not happy.
Well, when you're hitting 180, nothing goes right for you at times. Another inning for Drew Storm. So here we are in the 10th. Ben Francisco. He's 2 for 4 today with a base hit double and 2 RBIs. Tries to muscle up and just pops it up into short center for Niger Morgan. Phillies have only had 2 hits since the 5th inning. They both came in the 7th when they scored those 2 runs to tie the game. Dominic Brown and Carlos Ruiz, the next 2 hitters. Phillies don't exactly have a long bench. They have Raul Ibanez, but he was pulled from the game, not sure why, about an hour before game time. Pulled from the lineup, and then Brian Schneider, their backup catcher. The Nats still have Willie Harris and Pudge Rodriguez as they continue to play a position player short because of an 8-man bullpen. So, Rob, not too many moves to be made. And we talk about this often in extra innings. Hitters get very impatient. Every guy's trying to end the ball game or put his team on top, and they come outside of doing some things they usually do. So you saw Contreras and Lidge. Pass caught away 3-0. And any base runner is crucial here.
This kid's got great speed, too. You want to try to get him with Ruiz coming up.
Got the strike on the corner at 3-2.
Really cutting it loose today. Ball popping all the way back up here. Great velocity right here. Bam.
Ball just outside of the box, but called strike 2 and a 3-2 coming. Got him with a hard slider. Andrew Storm's retired. 5 Phillies in a row.
Way to come back right there for Storm. 3-0 on Dominic Brown. Comes all the way back and strikes him out on the 3-2 breaking ball. Would have been strike 3 had he not even swung at it.
Bases empty, 2 outs for Carlos Ruiz.
Look at the Exmo action of it tumble.
Front door slider. He's throwing that thing 84, and it's got lots of movement to it. Foul ball. Well, you look at this series. The Phillies have scored runs in only 7 innings of these 3 games. So the Nats, against a high-powered offense, even with some guys injured, a pretty good job of pitching against Charlie Manuel's club. Then they've stayed away from the big inning. They've never scored more than 2 runs in any inning. And you know what that's like, Rob, playing the Phillies. It's always been the 4 or 5 run inning that spells disaster against them.
Well, last year, Utley, Ibanez, Howard, Victorino all seemed to terrorize the Nats pitchers.
0-2 count, target away. Another fly ball to center. Storen had that batter reaching. Great outing by Drew Storen today. 2 scoreless innings, 6 in a row. Speed to burn. Nyjer Morgan, Roger Bernardina, then the pitcher spot. Really ideal situation with speed guys coming up with Morgan and Bernardina, then the pitcher's spot. Nats Extra, presented by Verizon Fios, coming up after the ball game. John Lannon's return today, 5 solid innings. Live thoughts from the manager and reaction from the clubhouse. Jose Contreras, who pitched here last night, came into the 7th inning. Gave up a hit and a walk, but was unscored upon because of a couple of strikeouts.
You want to try to get this guy's fastball because he's got a very good slider and almost unhittable forkball. Even though he throws in the low to mid 90s. See something straight, go after it.
Nyjer Morgan bounced out to third. His first time up back in the 7th after coming in on a double switch. Polanco has to play in front of the bag at third. So does Ross Gload at first. He's going to lay down a perfect bunt. Safe at first. Even with the infielders in, Nyjer Morgan gets aboard.
Well, they had a huge sacrifice bunt in the bottom of the 9th inning last night, and right here, that is perfectly placed. A little bit soggy in front of the plate, gets down the 1 bounce, and he is off to the races. And even though Contreras has a strong arm, not strong enough against that speedster.
Another speedster in Bernardina. Now, this is a tough play for the first baseman. If Roger would bunt down his way, Willie Harris is on deck. He's got to stay home long enough to hold Morgan on the bag. That's a hard bunt. I'm glad Gload didn't look to second. Jimmy Rollins, I think, he really cracked that bunt down there, and Gload does it himself without ever looking at the other runner. That's what speed will do. Here's Willie Harris, who's been known to be a walk-off hero himself, like on May 6th.
Well, you're right about that. It was a fastball that Bernardina just smokes the glue. And had he looked at second, they would have been able to cut down Nigel Morgan.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Rollins was waving for a throw.
Don't blame Blow, though, for taking the sure out.
Two left-handed batters now.
We don't even know how good his arm is. You don't see him play that often.
And if Willie Harris can't end the game, they're going to have to pitch to either Dunn or Zimmerman. Willie goes up hacking. He's an aggressive pinch hitter. Most guys who pinch hit late in games will tell you they have to be. Willie is 7 for 29 with 5 RBIs as a pinch hitter this year.
You're going to watch now. He's got that slider over. Probably throw a fork ball here. Afraid to just dump it into left field. Oh, comes heat inside.
So Drew Storen goes 2 scoreless innings, 2 strikeouts. Harris hitting for the pitcher with Dunn next, and then Zimmerman here in the bottom of the 10th. Is that the fork ball?
That's the fork changeup.
That's tough to take, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean, he's got a couple of them. He's got one he's got for an out pitch. You see him always digs in like he's holding a fork ball in his stretch. And then he'll go in the glove and change the grip. Where you see it, and he's holding it by his side.
No throw, no daylight for Contreras.
Which leads me to believe he was holding a fork ball in his glove, and he couldn't throw it to second.
You don't want to throw a fork ball to a base,
No,
do you?
You don't. So you had to hold on to it.
Counts in Willie Harris' favor here. And he'll take ball 3.
See the fork ball grip.
Willie Harris hits the ball hard to Ross Globe. Winnings runs at third base with 2 outs. Adam Dunn's already delivered the forward drive of the game. Back in the 6th inning with Ian Desmond aboard.
Special delivery to the fans out near the foul pole in right field. Second level. Forward drive of the game by Big Bad Dunn. Charlie Manuel is going to go out and talk to his pitcher.
You know, this sounds a little preposterous, but they could walk Dunn and Zimmerman.
Absolutely.
And face Josh Willingham, who's had a really tough day. They do not have to pitch to these guys if they don't want to.
Well, you got the guy on deck. Hit the game-winning home run last night. The go-ahead home run hit by the guy standing in the batter's box or near it. That's a great idea, Bob.
The only thing is, you know,
I think he's
you're
probably
asking your guy to throw 8 balls and then get a batter out.
Well, he's probably saying to Contreras, "Who do you want here? Who does your fork ball favor?" And obviously, it favors against Dunn. You want that fork ball going down and in on Zimmerman.
Adam Dunn 0 for 7 lifetime against Jose Contreras. Not that many at bats, really. Valdez hustles out to short right field. That's a fastball that misses.
The one thing about his fork ball, though, he doesn't want to put it in the dirt and get it by Ruiz with Niger on third. He only needs about 10 feet to get by 10 feet past Ruiz, and Niger's going to score easily.
And Polanco's playing so far off the bag at third, Niger can come way down the line. Adam gives away a strike on the check swing.
There's the fork ball. forkball looks just like a fastball, other than the grip, same arm speed, but then the ball just reverses direction and floats downward.
The winning runs at third base, 2 outs, 4-4, bottom 10. C.B. Buckner might be stepping out to brush off home plate and tell him to
cool off.
Yeah, cool it.
Well, that pitch is off the plate. That's right where he was set up. He hit his spot.
You see Ruiz banging his mitt on the ground?
Yeah.
How many times have the Nats seen a pitch like that not go their way, and then on the next pitch, game over?
We've seen Adam Dunn rung up on a couple of questionable calls this year, so
he's close to be hacking.
Right, he should get one every now and then.
Off speed, and Adam Dunn strikes out. Contreras really pulled the string on that forkball. The Nats strand their 5th runner, and this one's going to the 11th. He flew out Polanco to start the 9th. On a high heater, got Jason Worth and then grounded out Ross Globe. That's the strikeout of Dominic Brown in the 10th after he flew out Francisco to center and then did the same to Carlos Ruiz. So here's Colin Ballister out of the Nats bullpen making his 3rd appearance. 3 innings, 3 hits, a run. He will face Wilson Valdez, Brian Schneider, the former Nat who will hit for Contreras, and then Jimmy Rollins at top of the order. So I think it's pretty obvious right now Raul Ibanez is not available for the Phillies, or he'd be pinch hitting.
Something had to happen or else he's not feeling well, so I'm going with other plans.
Unless it's the ultimate decoy there. That's a pretty good looking bunt. Done to Ballister, safe as Valdez beats it out. And now the Phillies, if they want to, they could pinch hit a pitcher to bunt, and it'll be Roy Oswalt.
Well, right there, Ballister slow getting off the mound. As soon as he squared up, you got to take off for first, and still looked like he got him. Right here, looked like he missed the bag, and then he slid into it himself.
So because it's a bunt, Charlie Manuel will not use his final position player. And Roy Oswalt lays down a beauty. That's Roy Oswalt's 93rd career sacrifice bunt. Well, he made that look easy.
Yes, he did.
Top of the order now. They have two shots with two contact hitters, Jimmy Rollins and Placido Polanco. You know, that's a great call by Charlie Manuel. If that was called from the dugout, you have a brand new pitcher who just came into the game.
Yep.
And on the first pitch, you have him hustling over to first base. Rollins to center. Morgan is there. Valdez is tagging. He'll make it to third base easily with 2 outs. This will be an interesting matchup because Polanco, as I mentioned last night, puts the ball in play 93% of the time.
Well, you got 2 outs now. Go after the hitter. I'm going to try to ignore that you just said that this guy almost makes contact 100% of the time.
He's tough.
He is tough.
2 for 5 today.
Chokes way up on the bat, just looking to put it in play.
Ballister blown away.
Polanco, I don't know, I'd say average 273 batting average with runners in scoring position. I think he'd be a little better than that. Good fastball by Ballister.
Ball game started at 1:35. 3 hours and 25 minutes later. Top of the 11th, 4-4. Here he is. Polanco gets it done, and the Phillies take the lead. That's his 3rd hit of the day. His 2nd RBI.
Well, he's just a great contact guy. He's choked up 2 inches on the bat. Very, very small room for error against a hitter such as that. He's not trying to do more than you give him.
Here's Jason Worth.
I've asked Adam Dunn, one of his favorite players, and he says Polanco. A lot of people respect him around the game. It's like Dustin Pedroia for the Red Sox.
Worth to right center. Niger Morgan off the scoreboard. Phillies will score another run and lead 6-4.
Well, this is just a hanging, breaking ball that Worth is just ready for. Crushes it off the scoreboard. And he gives Brad Lidge a little insurance.
Alpa Severino for the Nats, with Ross Glode coming in. Well, the Nats and the Phillies have the identical situations in the bottom of the 10th and the top of the 11th. Runner at second after a base hit and a sacrifice. Both of the hits were bunts. Willie Harris, Adam Dunn couldn't get it done. Jimmy Rollins couldn't get it done, but Placido Polanco did. And then Jason Worth drove him home. Phils have out-hit the Nats 12-8. And it'll be Ballister against Glode here. They will walk him and pitch to the right-hander Francisco. This is only the third walk issued by the Nationals today. The Phillies, in 10 innings of pitching, have issued Washington 1 walk. And I guess if you're a Phillies fan, the good news is Ryan Zimmerman can't tie or win the game in the bottom of the 10th or 11th, leading off. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Francisco, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs. Well, if he was going better, I'm sure Tyler Clippard would have participated in this game. Bergman not calling on him today after his problems last night and recently. And Ballister still pretty much unproven as a reliever, getting the call here. Good breaking ball, 1-2. That's a good breaking ball. But the Phillies pick up 2 in the top of the 11th. Ryan Zimmerman, Josh Willingham, and Adam Kennedy. Nats down by 2. Less than 24 hours after his nightmare last night, He'll face the same hitter to lead off that took him deep. But Ryan Zimmerman can, at best, get the Nats back in it. That was Lidge's 4th blown save of the year last night in 14 opportunities.
Big moment for Ryan Zimmerman. Lidge got behind, tried to sneak a fastball by him. Even 95 to Zim in that moment. Not enough. Zim wins the battle. And Bob, you need some base runners right now. So for Ryan Zimmerman, a home run doesn't really do you a whole lot. Just got to try to get some guys on base and get Lidge into trouble. Give Ian Desmond a lot of credit last night. Trying to get Lidge out of this windup.
Ryan Zimmerman today, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Front door breaking ball stays inside, 2-0. Well, Michael Morse got the 9th inning off to a great start last night. As Rob said, base runners needed. Willingham next and then Kennedy. Ryan taking all the way on 2-0. He knows.
Well, be patient. Make him throw strikes. Adam Kennedy had a great at-bat last night.
Zimmerman pulls it left side for Polanco. Something about extra innings just hasn't been the Nats' forte this year. They dropped this one. They will be 1-7 in extra inning games. And 1-5 in their own ballpark. Lidge missing to Willingham. Josh 0 for 4 today. 2 for 11 in the series.
But on a good note, 2 for 5 in extra inning games with a home run.
Willingham goes to right field. That'll play for Dominic Brown. Well, the Nats have won the series, and that's what really matters. It would have been nice to sweep. Byron and Ray next with Nats Extra, presented by Verizon Fios.
Well, give Valdez a lot of credit in that last half inning. It looked like desperate times for the Phils, and he came through with a huge infield single on the bunt.
That's funny how a bunt can put a stamp on an inning. Well, we're happy, the Philly fans. Not really. Finally have something to be happy about. They've come down here for the weekend, spent a lot of money.
Yes, they have.
And they have come away empty until now. Unless the Nats have a miracle in their back pockets. It's been a great weekend of baseball here with 106,000 folks paying to watch it. And it'll come to an end when Adam Kennedy flies out to Ben Francisco. Three hours and 37 minutes to play 11 innings, and the Nats are frustrated in extra innings again. For Rob Dibble and Debbie Taylor, Bob Carpenter, the final. Phillies win it 6-4. Join us Monday, Mass and HD, Nats and Arizona. Coverage begins at 9 p.m. with Nats Extra. Levon goes for Washington. This has been a presentation of Masson. Nats Extra. Byron and Ray coming up, and from the booth, so long for just a while.